Good evening. This is Dr. Ari Yaras with the Innovative Dad. And if your family is like my family, we're going on multiple weeks now stuck at home with everybody here, and the stress and the anxiety level is probably running just a little high right now. Kids, parents, everybody. So, one of the things that I wanted to suggest that might help you as we move into further into April with our shelter at home plans is to think about creating a calm down area for your family, a calming corner, let's say. Now, it doesn't exactly have to be a corner, but a spot in the house where each person can have a place just to uh, focus a little bit inward, take a pause, breathe. Um, this spot could be in your child's room, it could be someplace else. It should be quiet, not too busy. Ideally, to have the ability to either lower the lighting or dim the lights, just to give it that more of that soothing sense. As I mentioned, ideally each person should have their own spot to go to, but if you're in tighter living quarters, you might need to share the calming corner as well as everything else that you're already sharing. Um, you want the spot to feel cozy and warm. Maybe have some pillows or some extra blankets and stuffed animals in it. Make the space feel somewhat separate. I've seen this done with a tent or with a curtain or even just laying a blanket or a mat on the floor to sort of designate this space as being an area that's sort of for this specific purpose. Um, then in that calming corner, you want to put a basket or a box of supplies that you can use or your child can use, though I recommend this for parents as well, to help calm down. I really encourage you to let your kids help pick out these items. You want to give them a sense of control as putting this together. You don't want this to be yet another thing that you're imposing on them in the house during this rather stressful time. So things that could go in there would be stress balls, Play-Doh, art supplies, any kind of coloring that they could do, maybe a favorite book or a toy that they like to play with quietly, maybe something to build with. Bubbles are great, assuming that you're tolerant of some bubbles blowing around inside your house. Remember that they are just water and soap, but that tends to push some of our buttons. Um, and you can also, put a coping plan there for your child. And this thing I'll talk about in another one of these Facebook Lives in terms of things that you can use to help visually remind your child of strategies to help calm them down and help relax them. And you want to make sure that that's there. And then, of course, with any strategy that you're doing with a kid, you want to make sure that there's time to both explain and practice it. Like throwing a acting out child into a calming corner that they've never been there before and they have no idea what to do this is not going to calm them down. Remember the old line that, nobody in the history of ever being told to calm down has actually just calmed down because of that. So, as you're sitting and talking about it, with your kids, just give them an age-appropriate explanation of what it is. It's just a place to collect yourself, to gather your strength back, to build up your resiliency, to say, okay, I'm going to leave my stress in this corner. That it's a special place. It's a place where you can go where you need a break or if you're feeling frustrated or upset or scared or angry or any strong emotion. And make sure that they see the spot again. As I mentioned earlier, make sure that they have some control over it in terms of its creation. And even if they want to decorate or put a particular drawing in it, anything like that is great. And then, the key thing is that when they're starting to get utsy, for lack of a technical term, when that stress is starting to build and they're getting anxious and you can see it coming, that's when you want to direct them to that calming corner and give them an opportunity to collect themselves. You're de-escalating the situation. Too often what we're doing as parents is that we're sort of jumping into it and we're leaning in to a child's stressful situation. And what that does right now is it actually escalates the stress. And what we want to do is de-escalate the stress. So giving them an opportunity to separate and to calm down slightly away from everyone else, even if it's in the corner of the same room, is a great strategy. And the neat thing about this is that these calming kits that you place there, they can become portable once our lives become portable again. And it's something that you can throw in the back of the car for a long car ride, or have with you when you're out and about once again with your kids. So I hope you find this suggestion helpful. Again, you can reach me at www.ariyaris.com if you're looking for more suggestions on how to handle the COVID-19 stay-at-home orders that all of us are under. And you can also find me here on Facebook for more parenting strategies to promote kid habits. Have a great evening.